Antes yo te quería, pero ya no.
It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. All right, just about set to go. Starting on the mound in this one, Tanner Houck.
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
That's to third. Devers throws on to first, and Bichette is retired. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Fouled off left side. One out, base is empty. Stays alive. The 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that's outside.
2 strikes.
Started to swing, held up. That's a strikeout. Good looking sweeper there.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Out to short. Hamilton. Whips it across. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Toronto nothing. Sox coming to bat. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show. Back inside Fenway Park. And our pitcher in this game, Max Scherzer. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the I'm staying back.
That one outside. And the count is 1-1. Up the middle. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And stepping in is the speedy David Hamilton. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And in foul ground, he pulls it down. 1 out. Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. And Chris, here we have a deep and talented lineup against a pitcher who's not exactly among the league's best.
Well, this is when you can make your money as a hitter, and I'm expecting them to put up plenty of offense in this one. When you got a lineup this stacked, it's a tough job to keep them in check for any pitcher. We'll see what kind of fireworks they can provide here.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Spin throw, that's 1. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. On to the second from Fenway Park. No score. Here in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. Anthony Santander at the plate. Foul ball there. Howe, multi-time All-Star, 28 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Makes the grab, one away. A chilly atmosphere here. Really what comes to mind when you think of postseason baseball. Fans doing whatever they can to stay warm and energized. George Springer stands in now and watches strike one. That one missing inside.
You talked about the fans trying to stay warm, Boog, but it's a challenge for the players too. Games like this really can be hard on you.
Springer with a homer in his last game. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Addison Barger in now. Takes ball one off the plate. No score here in the second. On the ground, 2 ball. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. Bottom of the second. Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas. That one hammered center field. That ball's carrying. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
One down, base is empty. On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
2 outs. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. Slow roller to third. To first, it short hops him, but a nice pick for out number 3. Down in order go the Red Sox. We'll move to the third. Back in Boston. Well, here we go. Top of the third. Scoreless game. Now the left fielder, Davis Schneider. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And that's in the dirt. And the count is 1-2. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Struck him out without a swing. That was pretty nasty.
You know, splitters aren't thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control. And not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
Top of the third, no score. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. That's down and in.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And now the count is even.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
And misses inside. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So the inning is still alive with Bo Bichette coming to the dish. So the lineup flips over. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Grounded out his first time. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. Did not go.
Ball down.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 3 of the ALCS. On the ground to third, and that is the inning. 1 left for Toronto. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Max Scherzer goes to work. Just missed. Scherzer, a former Cy Young Award winner, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a slurve, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. That one outside, and now 3-0. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And here's the catcher, Connor Wong. In for a strike. Good slider.
Right through there for a strike. Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at-bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing? Oh, this one high and deep, way back there.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Duran can't hold up, and that's a strike. Fastball in for a strike, and the count is 0-2. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the last half of the third.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he grounds one to the right side. Clement. And that is the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox, and we're still knotted. Back here in Boston, start of the 4th. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Hout back to work. Swing and a ball popped up. And it's caught for the out.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Laddie in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Next pitch is outside. And that one is inside. And he walked him.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Go ahead run on base. Anthony Santander will hit next. That clips the corner.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That one ripped. Out of here. He made him pay for that one. His second home run of the series. It's 2-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And the batter is George Springer. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one.
So, Boog, you went to college in this town. What was it like for you being a college student and having the opportunity to bounce over here to Fenway Park and see some games?
Yeah, in fact, 1990, a couple of college classmates and I, we were in college. We bought standing room tickets, and then the next night got a chance to see the Red Sox clinch the East against the White Sox in that slide and catch in the corner by Tom Verdansky. The Red Sox would end up losing to the Oakland A's in the playoffs, but that's one of the things that I'll think about in terms of memories from going to college and going to Fenway. That's out to center field. Rafaela makes the grab, and there's two gone. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. And a swing and a miss. Springer off of first with 2 away. Now this one gets away from the catcher. And now a man into scoring position.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boog. No chance of stopping the outside pitch. And now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
Ball 2.
This one in the dirt. Not in time. He's safe. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third. Two outs. Next offering misses down and away. And that one inside and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him and he hit him. Here's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Hit in the air left field. And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this. Back here at Fenway Park, digging in, David Hamilton. Line drive, base hit. And a good start to the inning. Man aboard, and here is Devers. And Devers hits that one. Reaching for it and brings it in. Now batting Tristan Casas. That catches the corner.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to
snags it for the second out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
The Blue Jays up by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher
runner on the go. Swing and a foul out of play. And it finds its way through for a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back.
They take the force out, and he has thrown 4. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. There's the strike. Anything in particular stand out to you as far as moments at Fenway Park?
Wow, it's unfortunate because I remember as an Oakland A's player, we were up in the series against the Red Sox, 2-0. All we needed to do was close out a Saturday night ball game. We went extra innings. The Red Sox won that ball game. And then Sunday, they pushed the series by winning Game 4 back to Oakland for Game 5. And unfortunately, they won Game 5 as well.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Bichette batting with one down takes a strike. Chopped out in front of the plate. Tosses to first, and the first two set down on the top of the fifth. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. And that's through there for a strike. That was 2003, and the Red Sox would eventually get their hearts broken by Aaron Boone, but end the curse a year later. The next offering misses. 1-1. Towards first, Casas. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the offense. Back now at Fenway. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom five. Wilyer Abreu.
You know, these Red Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Barker. In plenty of time to first. That's an out.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Fastball for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Scherzer gets the punch out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. They trail it here 2-0. Eric Swanson comes on now.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Guerrero, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Aroldis Chapman, the lefty with big swing and miss stuff, is getting ready. Popped up. Bregman. And out number one on the grab. Not even close there. 1-0. Base is empty, one away here in Game 3 of the ALCS. High in the air, out to right. Abreu moving under this one. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent base.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's George Springer. He's 2 for 2. In there, and it's 0-1. And that's outside.
That pitch is out.
That one missed.
Ball 2 balls.
Popped up. Casas sizing this one up and makes the grab, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down that time. Top of the order, 2 up in the home half of the 6th. Blue Jays 2 and the Red Sox nothing. here in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. Now batting Jaron Duran. Max Scherzer back to work. Late on that fastball.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. David Hamilton, the next to hit. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. On the ground, right side. Oh, he gloves it over to first. And that's a great play for the out.
I love the fact that the pitcher didn't become a spectator on this play. Nice job by the first baseman to dive, get dirty, knock that ball down. And if the pitcher's not there, he's got nobody to flip it to. Excellent job by both those guys. These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat, but this team does not want to let him beat him.
And that one fouled off. Mad Max notches the K.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his glove.
Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to and stay there.
With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. That's inside. Soft contact in the air. hauls it in to end the inning. Make it 6. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Josh Winkowski.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Nope,
Barker
outside.
up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. And a foul ball.
Yep, that ball went out.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And that chance handled. A flip to the pitcher covering. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Lifted in the air, right field. Abreu should have this one. They got it for out number 2. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 2 in this one. Hit in the air out to center field. Rafaela makes the catch, inning over. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Scherzer back to work. Fastball catches the corner at the knees.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Brings it in, and a couple of quick outs. Wong in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. 2 down, nobody on here in the late stages of game 3.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Aroldis Chapman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
That one drifts inside. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Durant makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Bo Bichette up to the dish. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Squeezes it, and there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. 0 for 3 in this one. Gets the bunt down the right side. The tag, and he's out. Out number 3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Mason Fukudome.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Fly ball to right. Springer settles under it, and there's 1 away. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And it's even up.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready.
Fires over to Guerrero. That's out number 3. Nothing doing. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Liam Hendricks. Vladdy now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Walker Buehler appears to be getting loose. Giolito warming up as well. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. And next is the designated hitter, Anthony Santander. That one fouled off. Next pitch misses, and 1-1.
Ball. 2-1.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Going back on this one. Makes the catch up against the wall. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. That one at 95 missed up top. And it's 1-0. To the right side, Bregman. Tosses to first. That takes care of Springer. And Jeff Hoffman comes out trying to close it out.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
To the right side. He'll do it himself. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
That one pushed foul. One down, base is empty. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Got him swinging. Now only 1 out remaining.
But that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Hit to second, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Blue Jays lead the series 3-0 and have a chance to complete the sweep here tomorrow.
This team has been truly dominant in the series. Up now 3-0. Pretty demoralizing on the other side. You want to get this thing over as quickly as possible. So stay focused, come back for the next game, and close out this series.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce.
Okay, Mr. Misfit, but I ain't Mr. Fit.